Oh wow! Look at this. Started recording and he appears.
Good morning.
He knows. He feels. He feels when the camera comes on to make
Yeah,
sure that he makes an
I was
appearance.
typing, and all of a sudden my spidey sense was tingling.
Yeah. Yeah. For everyone's watching, Greg's a bit of a workaholic. He doesn't stop. Don't stop at the top.
Yeah, I find lots of time to watch hockey games and basketball games,
So he's yeah,
TV shows. Although
good.
often I'm watching it on my phone, like underneath my computer screen.
Tricks of the trade, everyone. Tricks of the trade.
It's the irony of technology is like, we all have 50-inch plus flat screens, yet we spend more time watching stuff on our phone.
To an ad set that currently in the learning phase. Consider making changes to your ad set to improve performance. What does this mean?
What are you reading?
I'm reading something about Learning Limited. It's when you create a Facebook ad and you send it live, they go through approvals, and once they're approved, if they're approved, and as we all know, I've actually resolved my issues with Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I never tried putting ads for my other account, but they've removed the restrictions of it. So now I'm finding that so when the ads are approved and they begin running, the algorithm begins to learn about who's interacting with your ad, which audiences to put it in front of, and so forth and so forth. I've been making minor adjustments, and I don't know if I should have been doing that. Oh, hold on. Hang on a sec. Pause for a second.
Sure.
We're live. We're
Green.
live, and now you can hear Greg. Thank you, Vadim. Thank you. Oh, that was a genius
Yeah, we,
catch.
we can't deprive people of my audio 2 times in 2 weeks.
That's true. That is true.
So your Facebook issue got resolved. Did it resolve itself, or you had to do something?
I had to send a whole bunch of documents in to prove that I am who I say I am. I don't know why that was important, but no communication. Just one day, it's like, oh wow, I don't have that blinking red triangle saying that I am breaking all of the rules of the internet. It's like, okay, great.
That's
So,
good.
so now, but what I'm finding is, so once ads come out of the learning phase, they need to be optimized and be able to deliver on the audiences. I am having a warning here that learning is limited, and I've obviously never seen this before, so I'm not trying to
Yeah,
figure out what this means. I'll do it afterwards.
I see. Interesting.
How was your day?
Um, Good. I had to go over to my dad's in the morning because he has an old laptop that used to be mine that he somehow screws things up on it. So like his Facebook was showing up in Italian, and he had some processes and things running in the background that were just like killing the CPU. So it was very slow. Anyway, I got it all cleaned up. Plus I installed the Google remote desktop. So now I can log into his computer from my house. So I don't have to go over there every time he has a computer problem.
Yeah, yeah. I used to do a lot of that for my folks as well.
Yeah. So that's good because he's been on this kick about I need a new computer. This computer's no good. And I'm like, yeah, but if you buy a new computer, it's not just a new computer. Like, then you got to buy the software, and then you got to learn the new software, or you got to, if you don't buy software, you got to use, Google Suite, which he's always used Office. So, you know,
Yeah.
saying he couldn't learn it, but and then he also, this is part of the problem with the quarantine and lockdowns and stuff, right? Like he screwed up his phone or his email. He's got a Yahoo email address. And anyway, he goes through these paranoid phases where he changes all his passwords, but then he messes them all up.
I can see where this is going.
So he locked himself out of his mail account. So then my brother had set him up with a new Gmail account. Anyway, so I got his, I mean, to activate his old email, all I had to do was like go onto Yahoo Mail online, hit reset password, it SMS his phone a code. I typed in the code, I reset the password, he's back in business. But this is today or yesterday was the first time I've been to physically visit with him, because now that some of the restrictions have lifted a little bit. So anyway, but then I realized he's got one Google email for his Gmail account that he's using.
Yeah.
But then his Facebook is got another Gmail account. So I don't know.
Your dad's running some sort of
I'm
operation.
like, why do you have another Gmail account? And he's like, I don't know.
It's
I
like,
go, when did you create it? I don't know.
Son, don't ask questions. Just
Do you have the password? I don't know.
no. But my Italian mafioso, they know the password.
Yeah. It was fun. I was over there quite a while ago. He got Rogers Ignite cable, and he thought he could set it up himself, which of course he couldn't. So then I got to go in. They actually pretty much broke the rules to let me go into his room, because they knew if this man doesn't have TV, or like, he's just going to drive them all crazy. So just I'll go in with full PPE, like I had the full gown and the face shield and everything. So I'm like, okay, we have to set a password. So he writes down on a piece of paper what his password's going to be, and then he starts typing it in. And I'm watching him. I go, what are you typing? He's like, what do you mean? I go, well, you wrote this here, but you're typing something completely different. I said, I think I figured out why you have a password problem, because you don't actually type what you write down. Like, he changes his mind. He's like, actually, I'll use this password, but it doesn't match what he's written down. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're all going to be there, Greg. We're
I know.
all headed in that direction.
That's what I tell my kids. I said, this is a glimpse into your own future when you have to take care of me the same way. So
Yeah.
Anyway, he's good. He's all settled in now. And
That's good.
I also gave him a cable, because his laptop's old. It doesn't have an HDMI connector. But I bought an adapter for the VGA cable or whatever it's called. So now he can plug his laptop into his TV, because he's complaining too, the screen's too small. He is having trouble reading things. And I've made the resolution, like, it's so bad, like on that little screen, you can barely, the fonts are so big, you can really barely read anything. Anyway, so now he can plug it into his TV and at least watch it on the big screen or use it on the big screen. So he's a happy man today.
That's good.
Yeah. So that was my morning shot, and then in the afternoon, what did I do? I made another video for Monday that I'm publishing on all my free kids stuff.
You're just a content producing machine. If only that converted.
I know. It's funny because I posted my Thursday thought on Thursday, obviously, and the Facebook group that I'm in for my course. One of the gentlemen there commented. He was asking, "How do you make your videos? They look so professional." So I said, "Oh well, I use Camtasia, and then I have another app on my phone that I use for my teleprompter that I use to generate the SRT file that I then load into Camtasia for the captions." Anyway, I think his head was spinning by the time I was done explaining it, because he just responded and said, "It sounds way too complicated for me, but good job." So anyway, I realized, yeah, maybe it all seems so simple and easy.
Yeah, now that you've done it so many times.
For us technical,
Yeah.
I'm not a technical person per se, but he's I don't know how old he is. He's older, probably 10 or plus years older than I am. So as soon as I started mentioning more than one application, he was like, okay, forget it.
It's
Well, the other thing I was going to mention, my wife, a couple of her colleagues liked and shared the post for her interview.
Yeah.
So now it's been spreading through the aquatics community. So we jumped from like 25 views or something on YouTube. I think we were at 65 or 69 or something last night. So
wow.
And I haven't even fixed like the title or the thumbnail. Like I haven't done any of that stuff. That's just kind of organic.
That's freaking amazing.
And I'm up to a whopping 9 subscribers now. So
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Subscribers is a great thing to have. It's undoubtedly a great thing to have because it's a following. It's people get notified when you post new videos.
Yeah.
But the algorithm actually looks at recency and views.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you had a video with 1 million views and that's fairly recent, that's a very trending topic. But if you
Yeah.
had a year-old video and you had 1 million views as well, it means that it's evergreen and people keep coming back to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do I do with all this knowledge? This is the thing. Like the one thing that's interesting about the entrepreneur journey, as I see it right now, is you always are proving that you have something to deliver. You always it's a constant sales process.
Yeah.
It's the chart is like this. It's like you climb, then at one point in time referrals become your main source of income, and then you kind of ease off on the sales, or you can at least ease off on the
Yeah.
sales.
Well, like I've been thinking about this a lot because in my course, like two of the questions that they're both basically the same one is like, if a miracle happened, how would you know, kind of thing, or if I could wave a magic wand. So you're trying to think about what is that dream, that miracle ending that you'd want to have, right? And like for me, it's something like I want like my online courses or I don't know if you call it my core business or whatever it is. I want something like that's more or less passive to be successful enough to get me to I don't need to be making $1 million a year, but if I could replace what I was making when I had a job, and it doesn't have to be that much because with taxation and things that's different for self-employed and an employee, it could be less. But if I could, maintain my current lifestyle passively, it would free me up to do what you just described, which is the entrepreneurial pursuit of any crazy idea that comes in your head.
Yep.
Then I'd love to be able to just that's all taken care of, and now I can just be creative and focus on I got a cool idea, this could work, and then you pursue it, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, all right, what have I learned? Now go do something else. Like that's, to me, that's like end state.
Yeah, that's true. That is. I think you summarized it perfectly. It goes. I would subscribe to that. Yeah, covering the bills for sure. Extra money left over, that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So do you get any of your recording done?
I did. I recorded 2 lessons yesterday, and then I should have done the third one. I didn't have it in me.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to force it because I know that it sounds terrible when you're forcing it. It comes across. But yeah, I'm going to be recording one today, which is going to bring me, I think, very close to the completion of the niche portion. And then I'm ready to go. And I'm ready to take the criticism that people are going to unleash on me.
What do you got? You had another week to go?
I got another week to go to polish everything off. I'm going to try to get ahead on some of the courses because I need to. There's going to be a point where I'll need to start creating sales emails that go afterwards. Think of the bonus training that I'm going to do, all of that fun stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm ready for that before it launches, not during the launch. Yeah. Because I don't have any help, in a sense that there's nobody helping me except it's me and my wife. So moderating the group will take some time. Even if it's just, how many people do I have right now?
Is that your plea for help?
I didn't think that you would be up for it, but yeah, I would take your help anytime.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we could practice it or something just so that
Oh, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like, holy shit! I have 45 contacts.
Wow.
It's good.
See what a
My
good night's sleep gets you?
huh?
See what a good night's sleep gets you?
Yeah, but my cost per lead is like $10. It should be less than $2.
Yeah.
So
Well,
there's
my
obviously
my cost per lead's like 700. So
okay. It doesn't. It makes me feel slightly better, I guess.
actually, when I was going to sleep last night, I had a thought that because I've got a couple people that have signed up for my webinar, but they haven't bought my course. I was going to check this morning where they are in my sequence of emails, but I was contemplating just reaching out to them and saying, "Hey, I noticed you expressed some interest. I've got a one-time offer for you in exchange for testimonial and feedback, like basically the beta
Yep.
tester kind of mentality, and just gifting them the course. They showed interest in it. Just gift it to them and get some feedback and whatnot. So what if I like if what do I have to lose if I give it to them? Nothing.
Nothing. No. How do? Okay, I need to find a way. I need to learn this. Anyone who says I understand, like when you get into the weeds of this, and I'm sorry, I'm not that I don't wanna, it's kind of along the same lines you were talking about the gentleman you talked to about making videos. Anyone who says, oh, you just remember you and I watched that video where the lovely girl was telling about the different ways of making money online, all of that stuff. It sounds so simple. It sold me. She did a great job. But when people say, oh, just run Facebook ads, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because when you find out that there are, I think, 12 types of ads that you can run, all with different criteria, all with different caveats or boxes that are being put around them, and all, it's like, oh, wow, so I don't know a single thing about what I'm doing. And then you get into the ads. Let's say Facebook doesn't ban you like it banned me. Boom. Now I need to combine ads together into one ad set and give it a bigger budget. For whatever reason, whoever's working at Facebook, UX and the customer experience is like that's the afterthought. Because the confusing number of menus and things that open up when you click settings, for example, is just mind-boggling. There are two versions of ads. Supposedly, they're supposed to be like the ads for the layman and then the ad manager for the pro. But depending on what you click, you end up in one or the other. And they have completely different interfaces, and you don't understand. I understand why people give up. I understand why it's so frustrating. I understand why we can be up there teaching people if we figure it out ourselves.
Well, that was like when Neil Patel was talking about, just get them to buy your $3,000 course. It's like, but you have to have a $3,000 course, which isn't like, even if you get all your stuff from PLR or whatever, like it's still an enormous effort to put something together that somebody's going to pay and be happy about spending $3,000 on.
Greg, if you're offering, I'm going to take you up on the offer to help with the moderation of the group.
Yeah, for sure. I think it would be I'm happy to help you, and B, I think it'd be a interesting learning experience for myself too.
So the way the group is set up is people cannot post in the group unless I post something. So they only can comment. They can't provide their own posts, and that's to keep it from getting rowdy. Okay. And so I've already actually, you know what? I've been learning Facebook groups. I understand why Facebook as a platform is dying, like for the feed portion of it, and everything is happening in groups, because they've made groups very powerful. I'll show you what I mean. Just this was an interesting learning experience for me as well. Where's the present now button? Oh, window.
I've also got several weeks before that are my next experience gap video. I don't launch that till the 19th.
Yeah.
So why don't we postpone our interview until after your...
Dude, no, I'm ready to go whenever. This is not a huge time commitment. So if you feel like you're ready, let's do it.
Okay. Okay, well, we can do that next week then.
So
Let's schedule it for Monday.
Yeah.
Because right after our call, we'll do it on Monday.
Yeah, let's do it. Monday. Okay. And you're recording it, so that's fine. Yeah. Look, see? I got 20 people waiting to get into the room, and I've already let 11 minus the 3. So this is me, and this is Natalie. So minus 3 already in the room. I didn't realize, I didn't listen to the lesson when you're supposed to hold people off, and you don't want to let them in is because the algorithm is going to go stale. Meanwhile, if they just got in, everything that's happening in the group is going to be coming up.
Right.
But look, yay, look at this.
And they're in there, so you've been posting stuff to...
Yeah, I've been introducing people. Look at this question. How do you introduce yourself? Holistic nutritionist or a business owner? All people are saying business owners.
Cool.
So yeah, but
one of the things my guy does, in our group, like he asks people to introduce themselves, where you're from.
Exactly, right here. See,
so
these are all comments.
Yeah.
It's like people introducing themselves.
That's awesome.
Oh shit! I didn't. Oh no, I answered to Shauna. But then,
are you finding this a lot of work to keep up with, like interacting with? All
right now,
folks?
no. Right now, there hasn't been a lot of interaction. I'm going to be sending out an email. So there's 20 people waiting. 9 people already in. So out of the 45 that subscribe. Oh, hold on. Are you seeing my active campaign? No.
Yeah. No, I don't know what I'm seeing. It's spinning. It says automations at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your active campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see how many people have received, because they're supposed to go and join the Facebook group right away, but most people don't. Oh, there's...
And you have to...
there are
do you have to answer in Facebook itself, or can you answer through your schedule here, that other...
Oh, Sendable? I can go through Sendable. I think. No, I can't go through Sendable. Group because group is not tied to. I don't know. I'll be honest. Yeah, because 8 people still haven't received the email because I'm giving it a day, so it's like I'm evaluating the application. But look at this. This is scheduled posts. So on April 5th at 4 a.m. this. Oh man, I haven't finished this. You see these posts, I've already automated them. So every day they have a place to write and communicate, and this kind of happens on autopilot. Oh man, I only did till day 9. So this is kind of what I'm planning to do, and essentially the moderation will need to happen along those posts because people can't post themselves.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a post that I'm gonna be calling for Q&As. There's gonna be an announcement about a bonus training that I'm gonna do at the very end. So stuff like that. So I specifically made them the same color so they kind of stand out.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Now I need to sign up.
This is amazing to me that, like, I don't know. If you think about like what we were talking about 3 months ago.
Yep.
And now here we are today at the end of March, and you're like facilitating a Facebook group.
Yeah, that's
like this would have been like the furthest thing from my mind. If you told me 3 months ago we're gonna have Facebook groups, and I don't know, I just would have laughed probably. And here we are.
Let's see how this goes. Because I can see a very interesting cross-sell opportunity on the leadership stuff that you are teaching.
Oh, absolutely. Like now that I've never been in a group before, and now that I'm on my course, like the course is facilitated in a large part through the private Facebook group.
Yep.
I mean, I'm experiencing as a consumer the power
Yeah.
of that group. Same with the Kajabi group, right? Like it's an amazing tool. Like again, like 3 months ago, I didn't even know these things really existed. I thought Facebook groups were like a bunch of soccer moms or, you know, knitting club and
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Where did my? Yeah. I fell out of my group. March 18th. I need to. Oh Jesus. Talking 3
I do find it overwhelming though some nights, like, and I think part of it is because of the time zone difference. Like a big portion of my group is 5 or 6 hours ahead of us here because they're in the UK. And like, so I'm finding myself, like, I wake up in the morning, there's a whole bunch of updates in the Facebook group because people there have already been up for 5 or 6 hours. And then you feel like you got to catch up.
Yep.
I don't know. But I've been pretty active. Like I've been responding and answering questions and posting stuff of my own. So it's been good.
Huh.
I mean, to me, this is the perfect avenue to get that 4 to 7 hours of engagement with you, so people get to know and trust you. So then they'll buy your stuff. It's not just about buying your stuff. I mean, it's obviously about them buying your stuff with the end goal of their stuff helping them achieve their goal. But it's a good funnel into paid content. All right, that's awesome. So think about how I can help you with that stuff, moderation stuff, or whatever you need.
Yeah, I can. I'll create.
You have to sign a waiver though that if I fuck anything up, it's on you.
Well, it's going to be on me because I'm going to set you up so that you can post under my company profile. So you're responding as solo business.
Okay.
And
do you have an algorithm to translate Greg Fisher speak into Vadim speak?
I think it's going to be the algorithm the other way. It's like, how do you translate a Russian speaker into proper English?
I wouldn't go that far. English is never my strong suit. It's my worst subject.
Oh, man.
All right.
So
you're
I'm
preoccupied with something. So
I am yes, I apologize because now that you've asked me this, I started looking at how I could do this, and I can't pull myself away from thinking of how is it, because it's it's a generous offer, and yes, I'm taking you up on it. Just as if nothing else, it's just an experience. I'm not paying you a dime for this mother.
No. And I'm offering without knowing what I'm getting into, so if it ends up being
Yeah, I know you'll bail after the first day.
crazy, just be prepared.
Hey, I don't know what I'm getting myself into either.
Yeah.
All right, dude, I'm going to figure out Facebook ads. I'm going to figure out how to set you up, and I'm going to catch up on everything that I've missed, because I feel like with this recording and all of the stuff, I've been missing coaching hours, and there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on in the book.
Okay. Well, you got all weekend to get caught up. So.
I wish that was that easy. With a little guy trying to demanding my attention, I'm not complaining about that, by the way.
Yeah, no, of course not. That's the
beauty of it.
Yeah, and enjoy it, because you'll blink and your kids will be like mine, like as big as you are, and no interest in interacting with you.
Such is life. Such is life.
Teenage life.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right.
Have yourself a wonderful weekend.
right,
We are
you too.
recording on Monday, so I'll come cleanly shaven.
All right. Sounds good.
Peace.
All right. Easy, man.